You're listening to the audio production of The Marriage Pact, an Amish of Marigold novel by Kathleen Fuller, published by Zondervan and performed by Lauren Berst. To James, I love you. And then there was one. Birch Creek, Ohio. 10 of the 11 Bontrager brothers gathered inside the family's expansive horse barn on this chilly early spring day to discuss the latest family quandary. Perry, their only single brother, was about to be in a peck of trouble. He was back home in Marigold, nursing a serious cold, while Devin, their oldest brother who lived in Fredericktown, was in Birch Creek on a quick visit. Phoebe, the eldest Bontrager sibling and their one and only sister, wasn't invited to this particular meeting. She had already tried to help him, to no avail. Devin leaned against one of the huge vertical beams, his expression dubious. Identical twins Zeb and Zeke were seated on a hay bale near one of 3 dusty windows, their arms identically crossed. The rest of the brothers, Owen, Ezra, Nelson, Jesse, the second pair of identical twins, Mose and Malin, and the youngest, Elam, were alternately sitting and standing throughout the barn entryway, their faces a mix of amusement and annoyance. They all had blue eyes and varied tones of dark brown hair, some straight, some wavy, and one corkscrew curly. They were also all married. Horses stirred in their stables, as if they were curious about the unusual conference. It was a rare sight to see the brothers gathered in the barn all at once. When they were younger, before having wives and families of their own, they worked the family farm with their father Thomas, while their patient mother Miriam kept them fed, clothed, and content. The Bontragers weren't without their hard times or their family squabbles, but they were a close-knit, caring, and incredibly huge Amish family. "So what if he's not married yet?" Devin finally said. "He's only 31. There are and have been plenty of older single people in our districts." "Sevilla, for instance," Malin scratched his bearded chin. "But I doubt Perry will be in his 80s when he gets married for the first time." "Not if Mom has anything to do with it," Owen regarded his brothers. "She's been trying to fix him up. With everyone." "Trying being the operative word." Ezra, the tallest, stretched out his long legs. "I think she's run out of single women to beg and plead with. I could put another bachelorette ad in the paper." Every Bontrager turned to Jesse in horror. "Nee!" Zeb and Zeke exclaimed at the same time. "Are you Abim Kop?" Nelson smacked him on the side of the head, flipping Jesse's straw hat to the ground. "Ow!" Jesse grabbed his hat off the barn floor, but he was grinning. "Hey, if it weren't for me, none of you would be married, except Devin," he added when his oldest brother scoffed. "But the rest of you owe me." The men's collective groan brought the horses to life. They pawed in their stalls, and one mare neighed as if agreeing with the disgruntled men. Jesse snickered. "I'm kidding." "Goot," Nelson said, "or you'd be walking home tonight." "We all agree, no ad." Zeb, who, other than Perry, was the most stoic of the brothers, moved to the center of the barn. "Maybe Jesse and Nelson can marry him off." Jesse's good nature disappeared, while Nelson looked at Zeb in serious panic. "What?" they said in unison. "He lives closer to you guys," Owen said. He managed Bontrager Farms and lived on the property with his wife Margaret and their 5 sons. "Besides, Mom is getting desperate." Mose held up his hands. "She's even making Dad a little nuts." Elam looked at Jesse and Nelson. "You and Devin don't have to constantly hear about Perry's woeful bachelor status." All 3 brothers who didn't live in Birch Creek shook their heads. "Mom's been talking to Charity," Jesse said. "And Ella," Nelson added. "Even Nettie." Devin sighed. "She's obsessed," Ezra said. "Since her and Phoebe's attempts at matchmaking didn't work,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?